Hello. Oh, thank God. I know. I was gone for a minute. And I am late today. Um, Hello, Rune Monkey. Hey, it's been a minute. I need more people to arrive so that I don't have to explain over and over again that the game needs to update. So it's been too long since I played it, and now it needs to update. So it's still reserving space. Oh shit! It's still reserving space. It's only at 8%. So I've been trying to do this for like the past half hour. So we may have to choose a different game here. We could do more Fallout, I guess. But to be honest, I don't know, but I might be feeling Civ 6 today. Would that be fun for anybody? Nerdy fun. A little bit of history nerd fun. It's not a good game for learning about anthropology. It's massive Western Enlightenment noble savage propaganda, but that's okay. New job and busy. Well, congratulations on your new job. I hope it's going well. Patchy and More Hills. Hi, Pants Master. Oh, 41% complete. It's patching. Okay, it looks like it's going to be done fairly soon. It's finally on a roll. Which means we have to get through that shrine tonight. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to it, to be quite honest. It's an ugly location. I don't like let's talk about my two videos. Which two videos? The two that I'm working on? Anyway, yeah, I don't like the location that we're in Silent Hill right now. I don't like playing in the dark, you know. It's like, well, why am I playing a video game then? I may as well just imagine all this. I understand that it's not that simple, and I should be more charitable, but it's not my favorite part of the game, and I'm not excited to do it again. The two that just came out. Okay. If you have any questions about them, let me know. The response to the ritual theory propaganda was pretty out of scope with what I expected. So that's a treat. I only put a pre-roll ad, so I didn't make very much money off of it, but that's okay. It sent a lot more traffic to the channel, and it seems like people overall really connected with the idea, so that's good. That's encouragement to continue developing that idea. I think I'll maybe write a paper about it or something. But I don't know. I'm trying to avoid that comment section because it's just like talking about Andrew Callahan is just gonna. There's no like I think I threaded that needle pretty okay, but it's just a recipe for just the most absolute crazy crazy responses and crazy people on either end that I don't want to do it. I don't want to get in the middle of that. So I'm trying to avoid the comment section on that one, which is a shame because I like talking to people in the comments. That's been fun about this one that I posted yesterday. That's a fairly low stakes video topic, so much more fun to chit chat with people in that comment section. Hi Ethan. Have there been any attractive locations in this game? I can't believe we called out TJ Texas. How dare? Yeah. Um, I I find I mean, I'm like, listen, I'm a little emo kid, okay? I'm very charmed by mist and and dead grass. So, uh I think I think there have been very beautiful arrangements of that in this game. So, I would say yes. Finally got around to watching Sinners. So I could then enjoy the video. Such a good movie. So yeah, so good. So good. I kind of wish I had uh found found an IMAX to go see it on Halloween. I know that some of the AMC theaters did like a special re-release or something. Would have been cool to see it again. I destroyed that guy. God, I hope not. I like him. I want him to continue making videos debunking lost cause myths. Uh, I think JD Vance might be more sinister political force than he's been given credit for. Funny, so you wonder what if he's just waiting for? He's absolutely just waiting for Trump to die. There's so many people just waiting for Trump to die. Um, I I think his I think the degree to which he is sinister um is pretty easy to see. I think I've got a pretty good read on the character of JD Vance. I don't think I need to see much more, you know. I don't think that like I won't there I there's not a whole lot of stuff that I can imagine him doing in the next several years that I'd be surprised by, you know. Saw it in IMAX 70 millimeter. It's ooh, that's a treat. Hi, Camden. Okay, we're at 48%. On Baudrillard, I have not read very much Baudrillard. The last time I did would have been like early grad school, which is like 7 years ago by now. I don't think I even own any Baudrillard, which is probably a mistake. I should probably, I don't know. I'm kind of a jack of all trades scholar, real master of none type shit. You know, mm, that's the that's the price I pay. I keep thinking of his concept of hyper reality whenever I hear Trump talk about a liberal city falling apart. It must be because none of his followers have ever been there. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's probably appropriate. If I'm, you know, I suppose I can kind of intuit what he means by hyper reality when we're talking about a situation where um, the it's more the simulacrum of whatever reality we're talking about that carries more weight than reality itself or the consensus reality that we built. Um, sure. So one of your essays, one of the best I've seen. Damn. Thank you, Surly. Thank you, Surly 002. That's very sweet. How was Chicago? Chicago was great. Uh, I'm at Curiosity Archive up there. I didn't know he was going to be there, so that was very cool. Um, saw some friends. I love that city. It's so nice. It's so gorgeous. Like its architecture is super pleasant. All its neighborhoods are beautiful. Um, yeah, I love Chicago. It's like deep in fall. Um, very nice. Very nice visit. Uh, so the mind kind of fills in what he's waiting to do. Once that happens, I used to think that it'd be better, but I think it might be best to Death of Stalin it out. Yeah. um, none of them will make it out of this intact. Don't worry. Even if it takes a couple centuries, even if we never get to see it. There'll be a lot of unsettled ghosts. Exhibiting on film has become such a novelty when it was still the standard of 15 years ago. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a novelty. I'd say it's a trend, or perhaps a fashion. It's probably more of a fashion than a trend. I am not much of a film purist. I don't really care whether it's on film or digital. Although, I don't know. Usually I'm more interested, I guess, in framing and composition and performance than I am about texture or color. Although I will say I saw Fantasia at the New Beverly a couple years ago, and it was fucking life-changing. It actually was really amazing. Andrew Callahan video about San Francisco that I found does the best job to fight against this. Yeah. Channel 5 does good work. I think it's kind of foolish to say otherwise. It's like I have, like, so sorry I don't have any control over Andrew Callahan's career. I don't think that before I checked out of the comments, you know, it saw a bunch of very predictable ones about platforming this and platforming that, and it's like, I'm sorry, I just don't think that, you know, that Channel 5, the renowned journalistic YouTube channel with how many millions of, they don't need my help. their shit is not going to be made, you know, significantly amplified because I talked about his appearance on Jubilee this service. Goodness. Here it's windy. It's not that windy, actually. Certainly not like my house. Goodness. I have fond memories of Chicago. Wish I still lived near it. Yeah, I wouldn't mind living up there. Living up there again. I prefer that, I don't know, the vibe of Texas just feels more familiar to me and therefore more homey, but it sucks in every other way, so what are you gonna do? San Fran and Chicago get treated like Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah, so Channel 5 being like, yeah, harm reduction is actually not as bad as you think. I think it has potential to actually move the needle some. Yeah. Seems like that's the kind of thing that's necessary. No. I cannot wait for live action Fantasia. Any rants? Nah. It'll be interesting to see how this Epstein thing shakes out. Kind of bizarre that we gotta get our media systems, you know, set straight sometime in the next, I don't know, generation. The fact that in the past generation we've gone from a fairly functional society to a society where whether the president of the United States was like aiding and abetting the sexual traffic of children is a political issue is like just an unbelievably disgusting and shameful and rotten time in a particularly disgusting, shameful, and rotten time overall in the history of this country. Hey, Rita! Come here! Stop fucking barking. I have to imagine Trump will die before anything substantial happens to him. Probably. We can hope not, but I'll be satisfied with just his death. That's fine. Up, 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 up. Yeah, the doggy's got a lot to say. We're at 58. Man, should have pulled this up earlier. Yeah, 2 Watergates a week. That's exactly what it's like. The algorithms ruined people's perceptions of shit, and also we just live in an overwhelmingly low trust environment, which is completely understandable. Like, it's like I don't trust anything coming out of the FBI right now. Why would you? You know? And like the right has been just steeped in this sort of conspiracist attitude for years and years and years. And so for the left now to also be like overwhelmingly distrustful of government information, yeah, it's gonna result in some not great stuff. Hey, Mamdani won though, so that's cool. Good for him. Yeah, Lord of the Rings are next on the docket. Yes. And I got an editor. I actually need to call my accountant tomorrow and ask them. Russ, stop! Jesus fucking Christ. I call my accountant tomorrow and ask him what I need to do to set up a fucking business, I guess. Because I need to do a fucking business. And figure out payroll, I guess. And give everybody W-2 forms, I guess. I don't want to be CEO. Like there's no shared world anymore. It's very small individual worlds. Yeah, that's I think part of the thing that's going to become clear in future generations also is how much a function of capitalist ideology that is. And that's half the reason that we need to address our capitalism problem and not just like paper over all the sort of discrete political issues that are happening right now. It is a very central part of neoliberal ideology, like original neoliberal ideology, like Reagan era, Friedrich Hayek. Is Milton's name first name John? No, right? No, that's the wrong Milton. Whatever, Milton. That kind of neoliberalism, like, yes, the fantasy is that everybody does live in their own individual tiny worlds and you only come together like fucking, ping pong balls, like bonking off of each other in transactional behaviors that then as an aggregate produce the society, like a society that we all want to live in. And so yeah, it doesn't matter what people do in their personal lives or how they conduct themselves or how they treat other people. The only thing that matters is whether they can be trusted in business decisions. And now that can't even happen anymore because we've so expanded this attitude that life is just, that everybody's just entitled to their own fucking fantasies, that it's bled into, personal lives and political lives and public lives. And it turns out that actually people aren't all entitled to their own fantasy of how their life is going to go. Actually, you live in a world with other people, and and the discussion of how much obligation you have to those people is something that we have just kind of deemed an illegitimate topic of discussion since the 70s. So do you have any opinions on Professor Jiang Shui-Qin, maybe? He's been on a wild stream this year. I think I've seen a few of his videos. Maybe if he's the person I'm thinking about. I saw one video of his that I didn't love. I can't remember what it was. There we go. What was it? Oh, I'm never gonna find it. He's very prolific. It was a short. Um, it was you know what it was? I think he was engaging in this sort of like basic enlightenment. People used to be this way. That's so vague. What I mean is that he was like, it may not be exactly this, but it was something like he was taking, you know, Rousseau's sort of noble savage construction of early humans, primitive humans, and treating it as fact, which is always a red flag for me in scholarship. Uh, da, 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 it's kind of like that should be embarrassing by now, you know? Yeah, Thatcher. There is no society. What do you do about an overwhelming level of trust in environment? Well, we do nothing. We do exactly what we should be doing anyway, which is strengthening your real life connections. If your family just is that unbearable, go find another one. um, build your community. That's it. Any tips for papers? Oh, for marking papers. No. That's why I hate teaching. When I taught production, I had to go through like all the students. I had to go through, so there were 3 sections, and each section had I think 18 to 22 people in them. So at the end of every semester, and throughout the semester, because there were multiple projects that they had to turn in, so I would have to grade upwards of 70 different projects and give them like extensive feedback. Like that's always what my professors demanded of me when I was like TAing. So like I did most of the work as TAs often do. Yeah, there's no way to make that go faster. Audrey Tang. Let's see. Um, no, I do not know this person. It kind of seems like I should. Good to know. Um, he's on some crazy stuff. What kind of crazy stuff? Say more. I enjoy you grading YouTube video essays immensely. Seems kind of rude. It'd be good content though. We're at 68%. Been half an hour. I want to play the game. I want to get through this. Like, you know what? Let's look up a walkthrough for this section of the games. I don't want to I don't want to spend more time in that section than I have to. And I don't care about seeming like I'm good at video games or playing them with honor. I do not play video games with honor. Yeah, it needed to update. Yeah, anybody who showed up late. Worship hall, maybe? Yeah, that seems right. Looks like we're about halfway through the game. Good to know. Okay, go through the door. Yeah, here we go. Each one has colors on it. They represent the doors that'll open. In the north, you can lose. It's a long story. I've watched most of his catalog over a year, and I guess I have to describe it as a Dante's Inferno situation where the deeper you go, the more reality suspension is expected. Reality suspension, how? Is he that bad a scholar? Like, is he demanding reality suspension of you? Or is he bringing your attention to a reality suspension that you had otherwise and had heretofore not noticed? Would you consider yourself a completionist? Yeah, I would. To my detriment. It means that every time I fail to complete something, I take it's like 5% psychic damage. And it's a poison trait, so it's sustained across the week. Just like every 4 or 5 hours I go, ooh, huh, take a bunch of damage. I hit 100%ing this game. Apparently you have to play it like 2 or 3 times in order to actually get everything, get every ending, or I don't know. I'm probably not going to do that. So I guess I'm not that much of a completionist. Are you still a completionist if all that happens if you don't complete stuff is you feel really bad about it? I don't know. Oh, there's classrooms in this place. Okay. Okay. I've been very mad at Russ lately. He's been fucking up my garden in a big way, which hurts my feelings. He's gone from whitewashing history to describing the nature of God, good and evil. He's all but said that the Illuminati is real and using spectacles and blood magic. Oh boy. So he's trying to be another Jordan Peterson, since that guy seems like he's on the decline. Picking up like mysterious made up 19th century illnesses every couple of years. Russ is quite the handful. He really isn't, which is part of what's frustrating about it. He's so chill. He's such a good boy. He can be a little bit annoying when he barks, and he destroys things so fast when he decides to. But otherwise, he arrived house trained. I don't think we never had to teach him not to pee in the house. He's really gentle. He's not very hyper at all. He's very chill, very very calm. He's a good boy. I'm looking very millennial today. What does that mean? What does that mean? I look the same as I always do. I hate Frankenstein because Catholicism is just an aesthetic choice. Just an aesthetic choice. I don't think I'll take that bait. I think he's a CCP guy feeding Americans the delusions they want to hear. It's very possible. That was a little bit the vibe I got when I first saw his stuff. But Americans don't believe that any other country is capable of doing any kind of sophisticated propaganda. So if that is what he's doing, I'm sure it'll work. I just watched I just watched 101 Dalmatians for the podcast. It's so good, by the way. If y'all haven't seen 101 Dalmatians, the original one, in a while or ever, please do yourself a favor and go watch it. It's my favorite of the all the Disney movies we've watched so far. I even like it better than Snow White, and I love Snow White. It's so good. But there's a couple parts in 101 Dalmatians where like like at one part all the Dalmatians, all the puppies are like in a barn. They need to cross the street, but Cruella and Horace and Jasper are there, and they're like, "Fuck, what are we gonna do?" So they roll around in soot and pretend to be Labradors, and all across the street is Labradors. And Horace and Jasper look at them and they're like, "Could it be?" Horace is like, "You know, do you think that do you think that those are actually the Dalmatians? They're just pretending to be labs?" And Jasper's like, "You idiot. Absolutely not. Dogs aren't that smart. That's how Americans are about Chinese people and Russians." And really anybody who isn't American. W video, thank you. I also love my Mexicans. Guillermo seems like a very kind soul. Yeah, 2 new videos in a month. Yeah, I'm trying. My hope is that with the new researcher, I think I found a writer that I might also hire for some stuff. New researcher, new writer, new editor. I think I would like to have a good like a big video every month, and then a smaller one like the last 2 I did. And then maybe I will have more time to do those smaller videos if I've got people helping me with the big ones. Very exhausted with the state of the world. Oh, I know. Who isn't? Yeah, Catholic vibes are pretty fucking sick and metal. Protestants wish they could be as sick as Catholics are. That's why they keep bringing electric guitars to their services. But it doesn't work. Doesn't work, does it, folks? Oh shit, my cam died. Oopsie. Zoo has finally become a research group. That sounds terrific to me. I hope so. I can't remember if I already talked about this. A couple months ago, I was very, very stressed out and a little depressed and about work and the world and it's, this and that. And I was talking to Morbid Man about it, and we had a big conversation about all this stuff. And I was super overwhelmed with all these new projects I had taken on with the seminar and working with Tail Foundry, working on another video with them that we had a very productive meeting about today. And writing a paper for a university and dissertation, videos, all this stuff. And he was like, "Well, why do you keep saying yes to all these projects?" And I was like, "Well, because I need to do them. I need to say yes to projects like this when they come up. It's good for my career. Not even with content creation. It's good for my career as a scholar. If I want to be taken seriously in the world of any kind of scholarship, especially if I want to continue doing independent scholarship, I need to be doing that stuff." And he said, "Yeah, well, that might be true, but I also think that you're taking on all these projects because you just miss working with people." you like working with people, and that you do, like, solitude makes you upset. I think that's absolutely right. So it's I really like you know what? I think itchy nose is another symptom of my slight alcohol allergy. Every time I drink, my nose gets a little itchy. Looks getting red too. Isn't that cute? That's a pretty whimsical syndrome. What was I saying? Working with people. I would rather do that. I don't like this content creation system that expects every single creator to be a absolute monolith and attaches like credibility and sincerity to that. I'd much rather be a collective. That sounds dope as hell, you know? Do you think Catholicism is the most cinematic religion? I do. That's why so much religious horror is Catholic specifically. It's a fan of this YouTuber who sold out. I miss you too, Hampton. How was Chicago? It was good. It was good. Very fun. Very beautiful city. I was so looking forward to making, hurting some ICE agents' feelings, but I didn't see any. Break out in handcuffs. I might be a solo artist and you could be a band. Yeah. Hinduism is defo more cinematic than Catholic canon. I don't think I agree. I think Hinduism is it can be cinematic, but it also demands like a lot of polytheistic religions, and I don't know if I'd categorize Hinduism as animistic exactly, but like a lot of polytheistic religions, it demands a lot of abstraction. And that's the nice thing about Catholicism, is that it is very literal, very easy to render on screen. Hell yeah, Catholic guilt. Yeah, it's like the character arc writes itself, you know. Oh, Keeper is this weekend. You know what else is this weekend? Was it was actually last weekend. I need to go see it. I'm thinking about going to see it tomorrow. Is the new Predator movie. I'm going to be doing a philosophy of Predator sometime next year, so that'll be fun. Greek mythology counts as an actual religion. I vote that. See that, like, but this is the problem. Okay, this is the problem with all polytheistic religions, is that when you there's like just implicit roadblocks anytime you put the gods on screen, because they are not literally anthropomorphized in that way. That's not how they're supposed to be interpreted. Like Zeus is a thunderbolt and also a bull and also a swan and also like other shit. These are all Zeus. Jesus is only one shape. And it's difficult to render that kind of abstraction in film. Typically what happens is it's just like a bunch of like beautiful people standing around in beautiful places. I don't often see polytheism rendered in a way that isn't its most literal, and polytheistic religions are not meant to be taken literally. So Latins are nothing if not dramatic. Yeah, for certain. I specifically meant the Mahabharata and Ramayana. I wish Josie was here so she could chime in. But I think she's having a fun time, and I forget which city she moved to, but it seems like she's having a good time. I really loved Predator Badlands. Hope this isn't another Furiosa. I don't expect it to be. I liked the animated Predator movie also, so I expect to like this one. And Prey is just, what an incredible movie. God, that movie's so fucking good. Oh, Holy Trinity, Catholic guilt, penitence, atonement, sacrifice, all Catholic bangers. Oh, and I mean, don't forget the Catholic achievements. The sacraments. This like literally achievements for you to check off as you go through your life. Incredible. Gamified religion. Catholicism is the most cinematic. My nose is so itchy. Jesus is only one shape. It's a banger line. Do you think? I don't know. Mahabharata, is that it? Ma uh, there's probably no way to pronounce that properly in any kind of American accent. Nobody ever talks about the Holy Spirit. Definitely the wink link. That's a real shame because the Holy Spirit, I think, is the most important thing to understand in any kind of Christian theology. Like, you're never gonna know God. You don't really know Jesus. The Holy Spirit is the aspect of divinity that you encounter in daily life. Focus on the Holy fucking Spirit is what I would say if I were Christian. Jesus fucking Christ. God, I hate it when he fucking does that. Rita. Jessie got her first estrogen shot. Yeah, I know. She told me. I'm so happy for her. I love being Mexican and Catholic. You know, me too, Hampton. Mexicans have such a, like, if nationalism is ever gonna be healthy, man, we've got it down. I hope we sustain it this way. I hope we don't fuck it up. We probably will. Don't put a voice note in the Discord, thank you. Holy Spirit is the foundation for understanding God as a being, God as a person, and God as a reason. Yes. Very nice. We're at 89%. It's been almost an hour. I should have just pulled up Civ 6. This is absurd. Preposterous. I'm gonna put the dog out. Everybody pray he doesn't get into my fucking garden again. Stop That dog still smells a little like skunk. Oh, look, it's Rita. Hi, Rita. They literally sniped a mayor in Michoacan. We are not doing well. Well, of course you're not. I still contend Mexico's doing progressively better. Better. Still not great, but it's improving. But shooting the mayor of Michoacan has nothing to do with nationalism. Is that a ghost shirt? Yes, it is. Fuck. Should I just play Civ instead? Fuck. We're at 92%. I shouldn't. Still got shit going on, like you Americans decide not to mint pennies no more. I've been advocating for ending the penny mint for years. It's a great thing to have in my back pocket when right wingers are like, well, name something that Trump did that you like. The fucking penny. Got rid of the fucking penny. Congratulations. Doesn't make it worth it, but see you with a good taste in music. Yeah, um I went to a bunch of metal concerts in college. I was a little bit of a metalhead. I don't listen to metal very much anymore, but that's just because I don't listen to very much music. It's mostly like background classical stuff because I'm always fucking working. Do you ever review Passion of the Christ? I've been calling it my top horror movie for years. Yeah, I actually quite like Passion of the Christ. I don't think it's a bad movie. I think there's some actual artistry happening in that movie. I think Mel Gibson is a very talented director. Look how red my nose is. That's insane. That's insane. My nose matches my lips. This is stupid. I need to stop drinking on stream. It's a bad look. I'd probably wouldn't review it though. I don't think it's that interesting, you know. I may do Apocalypto though someday. That's a super interesting movie. That's I think it's a good movie, but it's also just a fascinating, you know, artifact for its time. I do indeed listen to Woody Guthrie as well, Hampton. Yes. That's what happens when you're from Oklahoma. He technically signed off on the COVID stimulus checks, even if he didn't come up with it. Work less, play more. I can't. That's my fate right now. It's just how it is. My grandma had me for good luck. Aw. Clown LARPing. It's her source of professional validation. She's Mexican, yeah. Get ready to pull Santa's sleigh in a month. Hey, it's all me. You're welcome. Mel Gibson being a good director and actor is maybe the most frustrating thing about him. Yeah, it is frustrating. I honestly, like, I do not know how Apocalypto got made except through, like, I don't know, maybe the Holy Spirit's working through Mel Gibson in some regard. Like, he had a fucking vision with that movie, and it was executed correctly. That movie's a work of art. I mean, it looks beautiful. It's written quite well. The fact that what are they speaking? It must be, no, it's got to be like Yucatec Maya, because the Mayans, it's not the Aztecs, wouldn't be Nawa. So, but like, to have it in the indigenous language is such a inspired decision that would never happen if a studio had made it like that. More movies should be made that way. Like, the language that you're speaking in affects the things you say and the things you do, and the way that you behave, and it's such a, oh god, what a good choice, you know. It's a pretty woke movie. As a concept, it's just 90 minutes of torture, but people say it's a religious experience. Yeah, it's an extremely Catholic movie. Catholics love torture. Which is probably why Catholicism went off so well in Mexico. Have I seen the Kirk edits on Twitter? What Kirk edits? What are you talking about? Talking about Hampton. Aren't they making Passion of the Christ too? Yeah, they've been supposedly doing that for years and years. There was I saw I think a trailer for the Resurrection of the Christ starring Jim Caviezel. And then a few months after that, I saw it was horrible. He was like de-aged, I think. Um, and then a few months after that, I saw an announcement that they were recasting him, which is strange because typically you don't release a trailer until like principal photography is over. You know, it's like pretty you're like really getting big for your britches if you release a trailer before you've actually filmed anything. That was part of what the Daily Wire did with their Snow White project, because it looks really fucking cringe if you release a trailer with all the like pomp and circumstance about it and then you don't actually make a movie. Kinky Stories at the end of Apocalypto is kind of confounding though. How? That's a a movie about apocalypses. That's why it's called that. You know, most of the, at least the like major Mesoamerican societies were, I mean, we wouldn't call it superstitious. It's just religious. Like that, the reason that they sacrificed so many people so often it was to stave off apocalypse. That was the deal. Like at the eclipse arrives. I did like the only dumb part of that movie is when I if I'm remembering correctly, um I forget the main character's name, but he's about to be sacrificed and then an eclipse just arrives out of nowhere, and it's very effective and very startling sort of imagery. It's aesthetically really cool. But they had things like eclipses. Like they were I mean, the Mesoamerican societies were some of the best astronomers the world has ever seen. Like they had the movements of the of the cosmic figures down to a science in a way that nobody else had achieved to that point. They knew when eclipses were happening, you know? So for them to be like, oh, what was the sky's dark? No, no, please. When and where they arrive isn't historically accurate. Yeah, I know. It's just not a. That's something that I don't particularly take a whole lot of issue with. Um, I think that, and that's personal choice. I wouldn't begrudge anybody saying like, maybe it's just unfucking watchable to me because the Spanish didn't arrive then, at that point or in that location. Fuck you, man. There's such a thing as Leviathan. Hey, let's do it. Play. It's done. Somehow Judas returned. Pop Apocalypse. Jaguar Paw, yes. I knew it was Jaguar something. Okay, I seem to recall when the eclipse began, it does a close up on the priest and the dude who I assumed was the king, signifying they knew it was coming and it was all for show. Gotcha. Okay. I gotta watch that movie again. Shit. Yeah, Mel Gibson gives zero fucks about historical accuracy, and to an extent, I completely like sympathize with that choice as a filmmaker. Like, it's not his job to provide historical accuracy. I think it's actually a huge mistake, and we will consider it like kind of an insane thing we did in several generations, making historical movies and pretending to care about historical accuracy within them at the same time as, but on the other hand, like um presenting like this idea that movies should be historically accurate is really an interesting and bizarre aspect um of movie watching societies, I think. you know like, why do we care? What is the effect of that? Because we care for a reason, I think, and I think it's a good reason that comes from anxiety that people are going to misunderstand history if they are watching an inaccurate version of it. But it's interesting that we have that impulse. given how much we sort of denigrate the idea elsewhere, I guess, if that makes sense. Ancient alien guy racist or stupid, or just a bit of both. Hi, man of the woods. Are you new? Interesting. Why is ancient aliens racist? The idea that ancient societies needed like some kind of, you know, super advanced alien intervention in order to build the things that they built is extremely racist. That's what's racist about ancient aliens. I thought this was common knowledge shit. They smirk to each other in a rather sinister and knowing manner. Interesting. I gotta watch it again. Goddamn. Play games here? Sometimes. This is the longest I've gone with just a black screen. Patriot goes hard. Fuck historical. Patriot does go hard. What a sick ass movie. It insists upon itself. I decided to rewatch The Walking Dead a few days ago. Yeah, every now and then I decide to do that too. I'm already in season 6. Jesus Christ, I have become traditional. The man who leads and provides. I thought you seemed a little more centered. Keep seeing racists on X post about casting and historical accuracy. Yeah, it's all this is a smokescreen. We gotta figure out what we mean by historical accuracy and why we even fucking care. I don't think we even necessarily shouldn't care. It's just interesting that we do, you know? It's cool when it's accurate, but not bad when it isn't, I think. Me when a culture stacks large blocks on top of each other. I appreciate historical accuracy. I'm not a huge fantasy guy, unless it's well-established fantasy world like Lord of the Rings. I won't disagree. Sure. Does that mean the monolith from 2001 is racist? No. No. 2001 is a fable. That's the, like, narrative structure it follows. Nazis use that stuff to recruit, yeah. Just reinventing history for the sake of telling a story the way you want it told seems disingenuous to me. I lose interest. I think that's fair if if you're just not interested in that. But it's like if you're just not interested in that, just go watch something else. I don't think it's like a necessarily a poor reflection on the storyteller. Stories like the entire point of fiction is that it's not real. It's fuck you. Just chatting away. Fine, continue. The more it insists on being accurate, the more it's capable of distorting actual history. Yeah, that's a huge fucking problem. Definitely. Oh, hi! Hi, Crab with a Knife. You're back! Stop popping up on my feed for some reason. Oh. Well, I mean, I haven't streamed in a week and a half, 2 weeks. I've been busy. But yeah, I did wonder where you were. Hi, good to see you. People see art as a replication of life. Artists see history as inspiration. Hampton in with the bangers. Okay. Let's figure out what we need to do here so that we can get out as fast as possible. Oh! See? What the fuck is the point of playing a video game if this is gonna be your view? I don't like it. Okay. Oop. Alright. Journal updated. This weird supernatural phase of hers. My face covers 80% of the screen. Sorry. I forgot. There. So the game was meant to be experienced. Yeah, Hampton. Get with the fashions. Shit. I need some Emma, apparently. Can it be that we've only been playing this game for 6 hours? That's bonkers. Feels like a lot longer. Yeah, Ethan, I think that's exactly the concern. But if that's the case, then we're admitting that what people see on a screen is to some extent interpreted as reality, which it most certainly is. But we tend to behave as if that's not the case whenever it's convenient for us. In other instances, you know? It's just a movie. It's like, if it's just a movie, like, if it's not just a movie in some cases, then we have to accept that it's also not just a movie in other cases too, right? Just a notice, Sakuko's mother, I want to thank you for teaching my daughter. I want to apologize for having another field trip, caused a lot of trouble, been that way, avoided dark movie theaters and tunnels like the plague, mistakenly thought she'd overcome her fear of the dark. Now that she's grown up, I believe the reason her fear came back during the field trip is because she's unaccustomed to sleeping in a different environment. Gave her a stern talking to for behaving so shamefully at her age. She's since reflected on her behavior and is sorry for how she acted. Please accept both her and my apologies. Okay. Okay. We need to turn this guy. Open another door. There goes my camera. Ah! Oh god, it's been too long! I don't know how to play anymore! Oh god! Okay. Stab, stab. Okay. It's okay. I remember now. Owie! Fuck you. There we go. Some of the greatest art lies. I would say that all art lies. The event that I went to in Chicago was called the Liars Club. Because we all deal in fiction to some degree. Which I think is a very good name. New war just dropped. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. I gotta click on this link. Come on. I've never thought of anything as real even once. Oh god. I hate this guy so fucking much. Led by Joint Task Force Southern Spear and Southcom, this mission defends our homeland, removes narco-terrorists from our hemisphere and secures our homeland from the... You already... Okay. Doesn't matter. The secures our homeland from the drugs that are killing our people. The Western Hemisphere is America's neighborhood, and we'll protect it. Not great. Not great. Super not fucking good. We'll see. See what happens. I can't with the comments on Twitter. There's too much it's like so much of MAGA is just so completely indistinguishable from like actual foreign propaganda bots, you know? It's like it's just impossible to say whether the responses that you see are actually real or China or Russia or Iran trying to stoke conflict, because they both sound equally preposterous and idiotic, you know. Boy. Yeah, most Twitter comments are Russian bots, but we'll never fucking know, will we? Could be. Useless fucking website. Let's see. Okay, so I now that I got out of that that terrible link you just sent, thanks for that. Let's look at this walkthrough, and by let's I do mean me. I'm not pulling this up on screen. Did I find the crumpled letter? Maybe. Interact with the desk lamp. I don't remember seeing a desk lamp. Room will change again. Pictures will appear all over it. Jesus. Well, where? Looks like I missed a section. Awkward. The letter, Rinko secret journal. I found. What about the parents' letter? Do we not care about that? Sakuko's parent-teacher journal. Okay, so apparently I'm at the end. Son of a bitch. Okay. We'll deal with it later. Yeah, you're thinking of RRR, Camden, which is a kick-ass movie. Oh my god. That movie's fucking bonkers. It is nuts. I went to a screening of that movie with the director at American Cinematheque a couple years ago, like several months after it came out, and so like its fandom was at its absolute peak. I didn't go with the director. The director was attended a Q&A with the director and the screening. It was like a screening of all the foreign Best Picture nominees. And oh my, it was such a delight, because like it's kind of a movie that's meant to be a little bit participatory. Like people were getting up and dancing in the dance scene. This is a Bollywood movie, of course there's a dance scene. And afterwards, during the Q&A, the director was like, yeah, you know, like people seem to really like this movie, but Americans really like this movie. Like he seemed a little confused by it. That movie's sick. It's so good. Hmm. Oh, did I not? Oh, fuck. I didn't save. I didn't save. I did so much stuff last time and I didn't save any of it. Shit. It's okay. It's fine. No. How do I lock onto an enemy? I thought it was X, but apparently it's not. It's Tollywood? Oh. Tari. Ugh, this one's creepy. Very good design. Damn it. There we go. It is X. Zowie! The game didn't crash last time. I just quit. And I assumed that it would autosave, but apparently it didn't. My beezy. Oh. What's that? That movie fucks all day and night, yeah. Ooh. Oh my god. Sakuga's diary. Hate gym class. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, she asked me to stay behind, but I said no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck you. I don't remember that happening last time. That was very scary. I didn't like that. Wants to make the American RRR. I feel like we don't have enough of a theatrical tradition in this country. We're too pragmatic to get away with doing an RRR. Like, India can do it because their theater tradition is so fucking extra anyway, you know? Which American heroes would meet for an RRR style American movie, do you think? It'd have to be Revolutionary War era, right? Because otherwise it wouldn't be sellable to anybody. Okay. Find Sakuko. Alright. Does it mean that I need to go down here? Perhaps? Bollywood is Hindi, Tollywood is Tamil. Huh. Okay. Hey, we're back. So fuck. I was just here, right? Yeah. Yeah, I was. Very good, Pants Master. It's a Nightmare Blunt rotation. Is all I'm hearing. God, what good sound design. That specific wail that children do. Wow, how scary. Super scary in different contexts. Ugh, and the laugh. Ugh, fuck off. Too scary. Guys in Aurora, yeah. Yes, it is very, very revisionist. Okay. I'm just gonna look up what I'm supposed to do here. Give me a second. Okay, so it does look like I need to go through one of those green doors. Okay, that's enough. That's enough direction for me. No. This is wrong. I must go back. Maybe in here. No. Let's go to the end of this hall. What's this direction? Okay. Okay, I need to open this door. I need to open the red door, get through there, and then open the green doors. However I can. I worry that this is a puzzle in itself. And I have to open the green doors through some other mysterious method. There it is. There's... Oh, fuck. Shit! How is done? If I go over here and close the white door, what opens? A blue door? Yeah. But now I can't go through there and I need to go through there. But if I go through this blue door, does anything open a green door in here? No. How about in here? Well, if I close this one, open the white doors. I know I have a walkthrough, but I just and this only, oh my god, this is stupid. Do I want help? Yeah. Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm gonna see what the walkthrough says about this. Okay. Head east through the chamber where there's another lever. Pull the... Okay, I'm gonna just put this over to the side, which I can do because of my huge extra wide computer monitor. Hey, what the fuck? No. Okay. Just keep going forward even if you double back. I'm overthinking it. Man. Ain't that just the way? Me overthink things? Never. Just keep going forward? What's that mean? How can I not overthink that? If I go forward, I end up in the same spot. You know? Okay. This is the place that I need to get through. Go out and to the right, then into the room that's now opened that has a red door. Pull the green-red lever again. Run down into the south and back into the first room with the Hokora. Wet? What color door is this? It is a no color door. Okay, so through the green. I assume we have to go all the way around unless we just go this way. Some puzzles have different solutions based on your difficulty setting. Very good, Hampton. Very happy for you. Fuck. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know what to do. Oh, hi, Frederick. Just keep going. You got this. Thank you. Okay, here's a green door. We're just gonna end up back where we started, which you said is okay. I believe you. Here we are, back where we started. Now what? Now what? Switch the thing again? But then I can't get out. What do I do? Should I go back through here? No. It's very yodeling. Yeah. Russ does that. I picked it up from him. He's such an idiot. His voice cracks all the time. Flip the switch and keep going. Okay. Hampton, that's for the best. Quit smoking. I have stopped smoking so much weed lately. It's good for me. It's done wonders already. Okay. So now we're in here. This is a relatively different place. Okay, white door opens. Now we're in that room again, which is where we need to get through, but there's no way to open the green doors though. Is the problem. Oh my god, they're open. I'll be fine. Is Is weed legal in Texas? It's technically not. I think it's legal medicinally. But there's weed stores everywhere, and it's fucking Texas. Nobody gives a shit about the law here. So if you go into a store, they'll sell it to you. Not that I would ever do that or have ever tried. That sounds like a joke, but I actually haven't. People just bring me my weed because they like me. I have paid for weed precious seldom times in my life. And I have enough that and you know, smoke so little now that I will probably not have cause to buy it for several months at least. No. Bunnies are good. Okay, I remember this. I got here last time. It's not good to make fun of people for liking bunnies. Mr. Rabbit. Aww. Yeah, Hampton, that's my attitude also. The Attorney General, no, not Attorney General. Oh, he fucking sucks too. Ken Paxton is like an evil human being. The Lieutenant Governor has made it his, God, this state fucking sucks. The Lieutenant Governor has made it like his personal mission to recriminalize weed. And it's super funny because he has basically no support on any location on the political spectrum for this. Obviously leftists hate that, but everybody on the right hates it too because Texas is full of veterans. So it's a metaphor in here about progress isn't always linear, but I'm too dumb to make it. I hear Russ out there doing his yodel howl. Oh, woo, 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 woo. Ooh. It's not pretty privilege. It's weed is like a form of currency in the entertainment industry. Even for me, tangential as though I am with it. Working in a weed mine. Veterans with no weed is like the worst outcome for Texas. Yeah, hard agree. Okay. Pick up the pages from the observation log. Done. Pull the lever in the room and open the red door in the east. Go north after you enter the red room. Pick up the kudzu tea from the table. Go into the next room and immediately you'll see a hokra on the north side of the room. Cool. Okay. So first step. Pull the lever, Kronk. Ugh. Kudzu isn't that the shit in the South everybody hates? Yes, it is. It came from Japan. If I'm remembering correctly, the reason there's so much kudzu in the South is because some, like, I don't know, I want to say it was like some, oh my god, ah! It was like some socialite, or like maybe a politician was like, oh, you should use this weird Japanese vine as a ground cover, for landscaping. It works really well, and it requires no upkeep or maintenance or anything. And it turns out that kudzu actually really fucking likes the South, a little too much. So that's why there's kudzu all over the South. But it is edible, and apparently it's pretty good. It's like a serious, leafy green. Oh my god! Ah! on, come on. Oh my god! Fuck. Used to smoke, quit like a year ago. Just got kind of tired of it. Incredible how easy it is. Yeah, it really is amazing how fast you can quit something when you're just like, I don't like this. I think that's the trick. You got to put yourself in a position for anything you're addicted to, including just like emotional addiction. Like, this good way to get out of unhealthy relationships is like to look at your life and reframe your mind such that you can be like, fuck, I don't like this. This is like not fun, you know? The great things about Michigan is they were recreational legal. Yeah, that might actually made it easier to quit. You know, you can get it again at any time. Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's also pretty easy to quit weed just because it's not like for me, the thing that is like a habit for me is that it was like part of my bedtime routine, or like part of my like winding down at the end of the day, in the same way that some people do with wine. So like that's the thing, is it's like, oh shit, fuck, did none of that get saved? Oh my god. So it's not a physical addiction. It's just like, man, I feel like I should be, I'm missing something, just missing something. But then I realized that like, it doesn't make my night better, actually. Like, just because I feel like I should and that something is missing doesn't mean that it's actually making my night better. Like, I'd rather read, you know? It's hard to read when you're high. Where am I? Fuck! This sucks. 40 minutes wasted. Why would you read while high? Well, because I want to be high, and also I want to read. Duh. Turns out it's not a combination that works really well. High audiobooks. Oh, I hadn't even considered that. All right, let's do all this shit again. At least we know what we're doing now. Ridiculous. Mamdani, yeah, my greatest, I don't live in New York City, so I don't really know, or I don't know how much of what he says is feasible, and it doesn't really matter because I don't live in New York City. The things that he does will only affect my life in so much as it affects the standard of what is possible to do in this country. So far, one thing that he has absolutely succeeded in is in winning an election based on a very youthful elector base. So my hope is that that's something that that the Democrats can learn from if they wish to actually sustain their own party and not let it fade into memory. They're gonna have to change. So are Republicans. We're in the middle of another one of those, you know, political switches, the same as like what happened in the 60s, if not more extreme. Ah! Fuck! Ugh. No! Sweet is too strong. It is really strong. You gotta be careful. I also, I used to be okay with vaping, and I bought a couple disposable vapes. I don't think disposable vapes are good. Way too much material being used in that for negligible reasons, as far as I can tell. Like, it's not this, like, smoke is never going to be good for you. But it's like all the extra shit they put in cigarettes that like gives you fucking cancer, you know? And I don't know what's in a vape. Are you trying to tell me that that's healthier for me to breathe into my lungs? Absolutely not. I think people are gonna get all sorts of lung cancer from that shit, you know? And also, the, like, vaped THC is so unbelievably strong. I find it a lot better to sort of, like, pace your intake when you are actually smoking flower or doing edibles. Oh my god, what the fuck? Shit. Vaping so smoking is crazy. Yeah, I know. It's just like, it's, oh my god! It's like kind of a fashion thing in LA, at least. You know? There we go. Do I... Fuck, I can't remember what to do. Oh my god. This way? No. Gotta be this way. Hampton, where did you eat dog meat? Love your ability to carry on a conversation while screaming. You know, I think it's my only God-given streamer talent. Okay, switch this door. The rent is too fucking high and I'm modest. Now, that's a political coalition I can get behind. Fuck. What use was that? Why is that door even here? Maybe... No, that's where I came in. Tijuana. They're cooking dog in Tijuana? Like, in what form? Like, was this street food, or... Surely it wasn't in a restaurant. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. So good at streaming because I'm watching a game I never played. Well, all right. Oh, Chinese restaurant got shut down because they were using dog meat, but they were not Chinese. Interesting. Yeah, I like gator. Pretty yummy. Octopus is... I mean, I wouldn't eat dog either, but octopus is my one, like, at least for now. We'll see if this ever changes over the course of my life. Horse, also, I wouldn't eat horse, I don't think. But, like, my one ethically verboten food meat item. won't eat octopus. They're too smart. And I've looked into it, and I do not believe that there's an ethical way to kill octopus. They know exactly what's happening to them. Boop, 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 boop. But I also don't like octopus very much, so pretty easy to avoid. Did that do it? No. Shit. Ah. Pigs are smart, I know. But pigs are smart the way dogs are smart. Octopus they're like conscious. They philosophize, I'm pretty sure. I'm a terrible Mexican. Why? I mean, I am a terrible Mexican, but why this time? Fuck me. God damn it. Where did I go wrong here? An octopus would have solved this by now. Probably. Genuinely. If you set this puzzle in front of an octopus in a way they could understand, they would have certainly figured it out sooner than an hour. Holy. Some people call me smart, and when they do, I think of days like this. Each arm, yeah, it's weird. Like I don't think that we know exactly what kind of cognitive function is happening in each arm, but there is, yeah, each arm thinks, and if an octopus gets an arm cut off, that arm will just like go keep doing octopus shit until it dies of starvation. Isn't that crazy? Don't give me any of that biology BS either. I don't know what you're talking about. And turtles. I like turtles. I probably wouldn't eat turtles. I think they're too cute. Can turn around the locker room. Yeah, but there's only one. Okay, so oof. So I need to be going this way through the locker room. Boop, 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 boop. Cows are very cute, but turtles are like spiritually cute to me. It's a ridiculous thing to say, but I don't know how else to say it. Oh, octopus are aliens. They are truly bizarre. Where is the exit here? What the fuck am I doing wrong? Every cow I've ever eaten lived a long, happy life. That's what I tell myself, at least. The thing is, you can guarantee that. You know, that's kind of my meat goal now. Where I'm getting my chicken from my neighbor, actually. Down the road there's a chicken farm, and that's where I get my chicken. And I know for a fact that those chickens are happy, you know? And it makes me feel better. And I think it should make me feel better. And I think it really does change the nature of what we're talking about if the animal you're eating really did live a long and happy life, you know? Or like, you know, as long as is possible in a situation like that. Okay, here we go. Maybe. Yeah. 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 You gotta respect the things you eat. You do. That is a huge problem in our culture, is that material literacy, I've seen it called, and I really like that term, that we don't, like, just as a matter of culture, we are, you know, consumer culture kind of requires us to disrespect all of our surroundings in the name of convenience, you know. Here we go, I did it. Not good. It's a big deal to eat meat, you know. I don't think it's necessarily wrong to eat meat. I don't know yet. I haven't quite decided where I land on that. But it is a big deal. People should take it seriously, you know, and not just eat meat just fucking thoughtlessly. You know what I mean? Don't forget to save. Good point. Can save in here, right? I cannot. Since I started keeping fish, I've started feeling pretty, like, there's a little twinge of guilt anytime I eat something like eel, because I used to sell eels as pets, you know? All right, let's do this again. Have a good amount of pets? Yeah, I do. I love animals. I'm kind of an animist. If I can be said to be any kind of religious. Fuck. Alright, let's try it out. What do we think? Will I succeed? Where's it coming from? Oh, it's so fucking dark. I think I need to just go through this door. Shit. I think I fucked up. Ooh. Alright, one second. This comment is interesting. Hearing once that every society where people regularly hunt or kill animals has to have a purification ceremony at the end of it. Every? Interesting. I wonder if that's true. It may be. I think it's necessarily wrong to eat meat, but industrial animal agriculture is just so gross. It is. It is disgusting. And I think it's degrading to the dignity of the people who eat that meat as well as the animal itself, you know. It's like, I kind of feel like similarly about grocery store food. Like, food is so important, just sort of spiritually, that it's a shame we marginalize how it's made as much as we do, you know. Okay. Can stop things from far away, exactly. Hi, Carlos. Are Doritos alive? um, boop, 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 boop. Ooh, yeah, I love how a lot of horror has to do with eating too. It is interesting, isn't it? Zombies and vampires, etc. Well, I did just finish that article for University of Utrecht that was about zombies and vampires and consumption. The reason it has to do with eating is because like the process of consuming is natural. You know, that's part of why folk horror works as well. That like there is a natural sort of violence to the way the world functions that um, none of us are getting out of. None of us get out of this alive. You know. And a lot of that has to do with how we feed ourselves and how other things feed themselves, and the sort of desperation that happens when that option is taken away from you, and the sort of corruption that happens if appetite is abstracted onto things that don't actually feed you or nourish you, but instead are feeding something else, you know. Real ethical debate ought to be centered. Yeah, how it's sourced, absolutely. Material literacy. Okay, oh, there you are. Come on. Get on in here. Shit. No. No. Stab, stab, stab. Fuck you. Come on. Oh, what a good monster. It's so creepy. Ooh, boy. Oh, no. Mm. There we go. Whew, okay. Ah! Ah! No! Okay, there we go. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're fine. Ooh. To try to introduce some new faux moral standard around eating meat in the modern world with the luxury of alternative protein sources seems disingenuous to me. Disingenuous is an interesting way to... So what is disingenuous about... well, because, like, this is not a new standard, to be clear. Like, it's not as if vegetarianism was invented in the 1970s by hippies. Like, Buddhists and Hindus have been, you know, different sects have been vegetarian for thousands of years. That's not new at all. Or a lot of, I mean, most societies in most parts of the world, meat was like simply not you know, a fundamental source of protein because it was so rare. There are some cultures for which that's not true. Like a lot of Western and Northern Europe can't grow a lot of shit in England. That's why they had so many sheep and cattle. Same for like, you know, you know, same for like ancient Sweden, Vikings and whatever. Anyway, sorry. I don't need to derail shit. But like it is certainly the case that the human body really does. Ah! No! Please don't kill me! No! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Bandage! 2 bandages! Oh, Jesus. It is most certainly the case that the human body really doesn't need that much meat to function. Arguably a little, but really not very much. love the way it hopscotches toward you. Yeah, I do too. Boop, 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 boop. I love the American Girl dolls. It's really kind of sad what's happened to that company. I used to be all about American Girl when I was a kid. You know, my mom, that was like kind of my my sort of toy franchise. Is exactly the kind of thing that, like, you know, girls in sort of, you know, college educated families were given, and they were great. Like, American Girl dolls, like all of the American Girl dolls were you know, civic minded and you know, activists, and they were you know, advocating for you know, like anti-slavery and the right to vote and shit. I love American Girl. And the dolls themselves, the products themselves, were really, really well made. I actually just gave away my Bitty Baby doll to a little girl, a 3-year-old girl. It's better that she has it, you know, but I actually do still have my American Girl doll. I do miss my Bitty Baby doll, though. It's fine. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't have a child. Yeah, there's plenty of protein in eggs. That is true. The sudden removal of the potato, yeah. What happened? Okay, I saved. I did it. That is a new thing, so progress was made. I bet I'm toward the end of this section, though, so let's continue. Excuse me. Sure, potatoes in Ireland, chilies in Southeast Asia, tomatoes in Italy. Insane. And we still have this, like, persistent idea that that America before colonization was somehow, like, you know, Native Americans just scraping a living off rocks, you know? No food here! Teach us how to farm, please! Romanticizes agrarian living and ignores infrastructure maintenance. Yeah, I know. I understand it's a fair criticism of this sort of solar punk aesthetic, but but I don't know how fair a criticism it is, because kind of the entire idea behind solar punk is that, like, it's not agrarian, otherwise it would just be agrarian, you know? Like, solar punk assumes a stable infrastructure, and assumes that a stable infrastructure can be achieved without, you know, exploitation or depleting the environment, is my understanding. Yeah, humans absolutely develop better with an ample supply of meat. And also, if we have too much of it, we die sooner. Because it's like actually really not good for you in the amount that we consume it. I mean, you know, people in the past, like, their like large swaths of their protein sources were fish. So it seems like fish is really the meat source that the human body is likely to be most used to, you know, which makes perfect sense. We process fish physically a lot better than we do, and birds. You know, the kind of prey that's going to be more immediately available to us than big game, which is going to be like, you know, back in the time when humans were sort of evolving into modern humans, you take down one mammoth maybe once every 6 months or so, you know. Solar power infrastructure. Okay, but like solar punk is not, like, solar power is not necessarily like You know, we refer to it as solar punk because solar power is the most immediate renewable energy we have now. I don't think it's like, you know, central to the, it's not a worship of solar power, you know what I mean? I also kind of, well, I mean, you tell me, Carlos, like, what do you think is the alternative? Because there has to be a goal. There has to be a positive, and I believe, somewhat romantic vision of what we wish to achieve in society. So what do you think is the alternative? Because I have already heard the criticism now that, you know, it's romanticizing agrarianism, which is also not the case. Because if it were, it would just be agrarianism. But should we go back to agrarianism and not care about infrastructure? What do we think? This is a problem. This is a serious problem. Everything moderation is key. Yes, Fisher basically plants changed my mind. They have brains and plants don't. I don't know. Is salmon the healthiest meat overall? Well, not anymore. It's all full of mercury. Come on in. Join me. I do eat a lot of salmon though. It's yummy. Salmon scampi is one of my favorite, you know, it's one of my meals. My standard meals. Man, fuck you. These guys are such a pain in the ass. That humans evolved due to discovering you can eat fish. Interesting. I don't know how much of a discovery that is. It seems like you should but discovering that you could eat fish as in like they find some fish and then human evolution is based on like finding new and inventive ways to eat fish. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. That's probably not true. Probably not true. Humans probably evolved through a lot of different methods and not just one. But I can see how that, god damn it, I can see how that would just definitely be a contributing factor. Yeah. That's interesting to think about. There we go. Their roots are brains. No, they're not. But there is an argument to be made that the mycelial network is a kind of brain. So maybe. Shit. God damn it. Stop it! That hurts! Day with Venus, lifetime with Mercury. Frankenstein! Everybody should see it. It's a good movie. I'm biased toward nuclear energy and fuel cells because my research focus, I struggle to imagine any energy source that's certified exploitation free. Yeah. I mean, ideally, we would have like functional democracies worldwide, or at least functional international policy that respects the dignity of, uh-oh. Oh man, I'm in for a boss fight, aren't I? So that we can get the materials we need to build things like solar power without that kind of slave labor or extremely extractive methods. But it's too much to ask, I guess. Yeah, the heavy metals in fish is a real fucking problem. This is, man, it's like kind of not a great harbinger, is it? You know, where it's like the healthiest source of protein we have. And one of the least sort of impactful necessarily proteins, like wild proteins that's available to us, except deer, very accessible, are full of pollutants that give you fucking cancer, you know? Oh, oops, sorry. Um. Okay. Reason I went vegan is because what is that? What is that ailment? That sounds not fun. Don't even take the drug anymore. Oh, good for you. Yeah, eating less meat is almost always a good thing to do. Almost all Americans eat too much meat. Almost everybody in all developed countries eat way too much fucking meat. I keep trying to tell Morbid Man that he won't listen because he's a big strong man, you know, who sells guns. Yeah, I also think nuclear probably makes sense. Two must face each other as one to pray for their mutual prosperity. Those who do shall lift their heads to level height as if they were reflections in a mirror, as custom dictates. With the shading of light shall you condemn the past to the dark. Okay. Yeah, what about tacos? It's a fair point, Hampton. Let Morbid Man sell guns and eat meat. I just want him to live a long time. I just want him to be around for a really long time. Longer than me, if possible. Did I get the key? What the fuck? Or did I do this wrong? Is this another puzzle? Yeah, it is. I wonder what the hint is here. Yeah, we absolutely need to decrease our energy consumption as well and make it more efficient. Both at once. Oh, Hampton, do you actually have a girl now instead of just like a hookup? Not that, you know, but like, is it official? This lady wants to consign this man to a life of grief after death. Just so I won't have to grieve after his death. It's completely selfish. Ugh. Yikes, Frederick. That sucks. I hope that's, you know, more managed now. Fuck. How big and or strong is Morbid Man? I mean, he's just a very like just a very dense guy. Like he's about 6 foot, but he's not especially tall. And he's not like wide. Well, but like I don't know. He's just he's kind of like he's not dwarf sized like Lord of the Rings dwarf, but he's dwarf shaped, you know? Like he's very dense. He's got big old arms and a bunch of tattoos. Well, stocky. Yeah, stocky is not a bad word. He's not, like, fat by any means. He's in good shape. But he's just a big guy. A big, strong guy. Offensive lineman or quarterback. I'm so sorry. As well as being a terrible Mexican, I'm a terrible Oklahoman. I don't know the difference between what more offensive lineman probably. Because quarterbacks are like supposed to be like they don't need to be super big, right? I'd say Morbid Man has kind of a dad build. Yeah. I don't think he has a dad bod, but he's the kind of guy you look at and think, I bet that guy's a good dad. A little bit Polynesian built, maybe, yeah. But Polynesians tend to be like more like, you know, sumo types. Like there's a lot of fat on there, you know, like really strong. But I mean, Morbid Man was a bouncer for many years. and did like, you know, that kind of security stuff. So he and you believe it, you know. Brianna's from nowhere. Who's Brock Lesnar? Let's see. Oh my god. And no, no, not really. He's more of a Danny Trejo, I'd say. Yeah. A more youthful Danny Trejo. He's kind of. Yeah, he's not like you can see his muscle definition, unlike this Brock fellow. You know what I mean? Oh no, Lesnar's daughter looks just like him. That's a real shame. Bless her heart. What could possibly be the objective here? What am I supposed to be doing? I should probably, like, look for clues or something. Did I write it down? Is Hinako doing my job for me? She better. Oh! With the shading of light shall you condemn the past to the dark. Okay. Looks like the prototype before they perfected Dave Bautista. That's exactly it. That's so funny. Yeah, sorry, y'all asked me to talk about my talk about my man. Well, what do you expect? I love talking about him. He's my favorite person. Okay, now what? Surely if I did it correctly, something would happen, right? So probably I did this wrong, right? Is there a switch on the wall? Good question. Is there a lamp you were supposed to touch? Oh. Was there? Was I supposed to touch a lamp? Maybe over here? Over at the entrance? I'm gonna look at the walkthrough. I can't be fucked! Oh, shit. Have the boxes sitting out at the same level, just above the bridge. So, facing each other, facing... Oh! Oh. Statues on either side should be facing away from each other on hard mode. I think I am in hard mode, actually. So, statues on your left should be... Lost in the fog solution, Jesus. When the boxes are the correct... Okay. Okay. Kind of dumb that, what? On hard mode, statues on either side should be facing away from each other. They shouldn't give you that clue then, if that's the case. You know? Okay, there we go. Yay! Cool. Now what? Oh, this feels mean. Oh dear. Oh, she's my favorite. She's such a little cutie pie. No, Hinako, you're such a bitch. Jesus Christ. What is happening? Why did I do that? Scary. I don't like it. Why did I do that? Did you all know that one of my phobias is internment? Being buried alive really, 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 really freaks me the fuck out. Really freaks me the fuck out. I really, really hate that idea. Really hate it a lot. Okay, let's move on. Oh, I've had many dreams where I've been buried alive. Ugh. Sounded like a door just opened. Yeah, of course nobody wants to be buried alive, but it's a preoccupation for me. You can still record once more with feeling while buried alive, at least. One hopes. Hey, lights on. Not cash money. Not cash money to be buried alive. That's my hot take. Yes, precisely like getting Cask of Amontillado, or like I just did to poor Sakuko. Why would I do that? Oh, I feel really, 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 really bad about that. Didn't like that at all. Uh-oh. Oop. Ooh, good thing I just saved. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. They said figure out how to open the door like it was going to be difficult. Oh boy. Morbid Man is bringing home food. That's very nice of him. He brought me home food yesterday. He brought his perfect sandwich. I did ask him to bring me the perfect sandwich. The sandwich. I wish I could indicate capitalization while I speak. Capital T, capital S, the sandwich. Yes, it's Poe. Yeah, it's I forget the main character's name. Some guy, plays a prank on him. We're never told exactly what it is. But the guy is so offended that he lures this guy down to the wine cellar and bricks him into the wall. And the story is just the conversation they have as this guy is slowly burying the other one alive. That's the first ever buried alive story that I ever heard, and it really, really, really stuck with me. I thought about it all the time when I was a kid. Oh. I need to find something for the other one, I guess. Okay, I guess I don't. I guess I just needed to use the key. If anybody here hasn't seen Fall the House of Usher yet, the Mike Flanagan version, high recommend. Please do it. It's so good. From the creator of What If There Was a Bird Who Kept Reminding You of Your Dead Wife, here comes What If You Got Illegally Imprisoned by a Wine Snob. Not illegally imprisoned, buried alive. Oh, I hate it. God, telenovelas go hard. It's 127 hours and 2-minute story. No. I do not believe it is. He can breathe. He can see the sky. Biggest fear as a kid was parents being replaced. Aw. Like Coraline. I just watched Coraline the other day. Oh, it's so good. What the fuck? Oh. Fucking serious. Why open this door then? Okay. I guess it is technically a form of imprisonment. I guess you're right. Is there Potbelly in Austin? Almost certainly, yeah. Don't relent to the pedants. You're right. What's over here? Nothing? Nothing. Oh, man. What does the F stand for? I have no idea. This wasn't open before, right? Uh-oh. Hey, fuck you, doll creature. I just abandoned my friend. I go hard. I'm a cold, soulless bitch, motherfucker. Fucking try me. Foibles. Yep. Beautiful idiot. You could try a Fallout if and you wanted to. That's my favorite video game. That's what I'll be returning to after Silent Hill is done. Although I may take a bit of a Civ 6 detour. Do a little Civ 6 run. I miss that game. And I hear Civ 7 kind of sucks. You're recommending hell to a beggar. You found a clown streaming on Twitch? Incredible. What's their name? What do they do? Fallout returning. I know! I'm so excited. I saw the trailer today. It looks good. Oh. Ah! See, now, this is what makes it a phobia instead of just a dislike. Now that I see that Hinako is not actually being interred alive, I don't feel so bad. If she's burned alive instead, I'll feel better. I won't feel good, but I'll feel better. Burning alive or drowning. Depends on how fast the burn is. Because if it's a fast burn, you just get like shoved in water or something. Yeah, I'd probably prefer that. Drowning sounds awful. Would I rather be turned into a hellish body made out of fingers than be interred? Yes. 1000% every day. So how are you here? Crab. I'm gonna keep calling you that. Did you just use data? Just have unlimited data? What's going on with you? Yay. I'm holding you to that promise, Carlos. Okay, so it is all data. Unlimited data. It's a good thing to have. I just recently got unlimited data and it's such a treat. Because anytime I go anywhere, it takes up, you know, just a fuck off long time. So I gotta be listening to something and I don't want to have to download it. I just want to be able to turn on a YouTube video and be on my way. If you had to pick a way to go, you'd pick getting shot out of a cannon? What is the matter with you, Pants Master? Why wouldn't you just choose to get shot in the head? God damn it. I'm looking at the walkthrough. Bucket. I need to find 2 items. Oh my god. I will not be getting out of this time. I shall need to continue on Monday. Sorry. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave you all and return Monday. And on Monday we shall finish this and hopefully get farther through. So that we can get to the end. So that we can play a Civ 6 run. So that we can get back to Fallout. Style points with the cannon, yeah. Head crushed by a like a watermelon by a giant woman. Ridiculous. Y'all are ridiculous. By Hampton, by Gun Parade, by Snowhound, by Frendenstein Zamatza. Ew. Yeah, gross crab. Your ire is warranted. Good night, Fractal Dactyl. Good night, everybody. I saved. I did. Oh, Rita's here. She's asking me to go outside. Okay. Goodbye. How do I get out of here? Okay. Oh my god, why is my camera on? Why am I on the like far left hand side of the screen? That's so silly. Can't believe none of you pointed that out. Although it is like kind of balanced nicely with my bookshelves in the background, so I guess it's not so bad. But this is bad look.